All right. Now they planned the animals of the mountains, all the guardians of the forest, creatures of the mountains, the deer, birds, pumas, jaguars, serpents, rattlesnakes, fertilances, guardians of the bushes. A bear begetter speaks. Why this pointless humming? Why should there merely be rustling beneath the trees and bushes? Indeed, they had better have guardians, the others replied. As soon as they thought it and said it, deer and birds came forth, and then they gave out homes to the deer and birds. You, the deer, sleep along the rivers and the canyons, be here in the meadows, in the thickets, in the forests, multiply yourselves. You will stand and walk on all fours, they were told. So then they established the nests of the birds, great, small and great. You, precious birds, your nests, your houses are in the trees, in the bushes. Multiply there, scatter there, in the branches of trees, the branches of bushes. The deer and birds were told. When this deed had been done, all of them had received a place to sleep and a place to stay. So it is that the nests of the animals are on the earth given by the bear begetter. Now the arrangement of the deer and birds was complete. And then the deer and birds were told by the maker, modeler, bear begetter, talk, speak out, don't moan, don't cry out. Please talk, each to each, within each kind, within each group. They were told, the deer, birds, puma, jaguar, serpent. Now, no, name now our names, praise us. We are your mother, we are your father, speak now. Hurricane, newborn thunderbolt, sudden thunderbolt, heart of sky, heart of earth, maker, modeler, bear, begetter. Speak, pray to us, keep our days, they were told. But it didn't turn out that they spoke like people, they just squawked. And they chattered, they just howled. It wasn't apparent what language they spoke. Each one gave a different cry. When the maker, modeler, heard this, it hasn't turned out well. They haven't spoken, they said among themselves. It hasn't turned out that our names have been named. Since we are their mason and sculptor, this will not do. The bears and begetters said among themselves. So they told them, you will simply have to be transformed. Since it hasn't turned out well and you haven't spoken, we have changed our word. What you feed on, what you eat, the places where you sleep, the places where you stay, whatever is yours will remain in the canyons, the forests. Although it turned out that our days were not kept, nor did you pray to us, there may yet be strength in the keeper of days, the giver of praise, whom we have yet to make. Just accept your service, just let your flesh be eaten. So be it, this must be your service, they were told, when they were instructed, the animals, small and great, on the face of the earth. And then they wanted to test their timing again, they wanted to experiment again, and they wanted to prepare for the keeping of days again. They had not heard their speeches among the animals. It did not come to fruition, and it was not complete. And so their flesh was brought low, they served, they were eaten, they were killed, the animals on the face of the earth. Again, there comes an experiment with the human work, the human design, by the maker, modeler, bear, begetter. It must simply be tried again. The time for the planting and dawning is nearing. For this, we must make a provider and nurturer. How else can we be invoked and remembered on the face of the earth? We have already made our first try at our work and design, but it turned out that they didn't keep our days, nor did they glorify us. So now let us try to make a giver of praise, giver of respect, provider, nurturer, they said. So then comes the building and working with earth and mud. They made a body, but it didn't look good to them. It was just separating, just crumbling, just loosening, just softening, just disintegrating, and just dissolving. Its head would turn either. Its head wouldn't turn either. Its face was just lopsided. Its face was just twisted. It couldn't look around. It talked at first, but senselessly. It was quickly dissolving in the water. It won't last, the mission and sculptor said then. It seems to be dwindling away, so let it just dwindle. It can't walk and it can't multiply, so let it be merely a thought, they said. So then they diminished or dismantled. Again, they brought down their work, and in design, again, they talked. What is there for us to make that would turn out well, that would succeed in keeping our days and praying to us, they said. Then they planned again. We'll just tell Shapayak. Hold on. Shepiacock. Shepi, Shep, Shepi, Spiacock. That's how I'm going to say it. Spiacock. Shamukin. Nope. Shmukane. I said that so wrong. What is Shmukane? Hunapoo, possum, Hunapoo, coyote, to try a counting of days, a counting of lots. The mason and sculptor said to themselves. Then they invoked. I can't remember it now. Spiacock, Shmukane, Shmukane. All right. Then comes the naming of those who are in the midmost seers. The grandmother of day, grandmother of light, as the maker modeler called them. These are names of Shmiacock and Shmuyakak. God. Shmukane. Shmuka. Shpi. Shmoo. You're going to deal with it. I don't care. I'm going to learn this. I'm going to get it right. I don't like mispronouncing words, but I don't mind mispronouncing, but if I can not mispronounce it, I'm going to learn it, damn it. So, where was I? When the hurricane. No, these are the names. Spiacock and Shmukane. When Hurricane had spoken with the sovereign plumed serpent, they invoked the daykeepers, diviners, the midmost seers. There is yet to find, yet to discover how we are to model a person, construct a person again, a provider, nurturer, so that we are called upon and we are recognized. Our recompense is in words. Midwife, matchmaker, our grandmother, our grandfather, Bayakak, Shmukane, let there be planting, let there be dawning of our invocation, our sustenance, our recognition by the human work, the human design, the human figure, the human form. So be it, fulfill your names. Hunapoo possum, Hunapoo coyote, bear twice over, begetter twice over, great peccary, great kotai, lapidary, jeweler, sawyer, carpenter, plate shaper, bowl shaper, incense maker, master craftsman, grandmother of day, grandmother of light. You have been called upon because of our work, our design. Run your hands over the kernels of corn, over the seeds of the coral tree. Just get it done. Just let it come out, whether we should carve and gouge a mouth, a face in wood, they told the daykeepers. And then comes the borrowing, the counting of days. The hand is moved over the corn kernels, over the coral seeds, the days, the lots. And they spoke to them, one of them grandmother, the other one grandfather. This is the grandfather. This is the master of the coral seeds. Spiacock. Did I say that right? Spiacock. Yeah, I said that right. Is his name. And this is the grandmother, the daykeeper, diviner who stands behind others. Shmukane is her name. And they said, as they set out the days, just let it be found, just let it be discovered. Say it, our ear is listening. May you talk, may you speak. Just find the wood for the carving and sculpting by the builder, sculptor. Is this to be the provider, the nurturer when it comes to the planting, the dawning? You corn kernels, you coral seeds, you days, you lots, may you succeed, may you be accurate. And they said to the corn kernels, coral seeds, days, lots, have shame, you up there, heart of sky. Attempt no deception before the mouth and face of sovereign plumed serpent, they said. Then they spoke straight to the point. It is well that there be your mannequins, wood carvings, talking, speaking, there on the face of the earth. So be it, they replied. The moment they spoke, it was done. The mannequins, wood carvings, human in looks and human in speech. This was the peopling of the face of the earth. They came into being, they multiplied, they had daughters, they had sons, these mannequins, wood carvings. But there was nothing in their hearts and nothing in their minds, no memory of their mason and builder. They just went and walked wherever they wanted. Now they did not remember the heart of the sky. And so they fell just an experiment and just a cutoff from humankind. They were talking at first, but their faces went dry. They were not yet developed in the legs and arms. They had no blood, no lymph. They had no sweat, no fat. Their complexions were dry. Their faces were crusty. They flailed their legs and arms. Their bodies were deformed. And so they accomplished nothing before the maker, modeler, who gave them birth, gave them heart. They became the first numerous people here on the face of the earth.